Jisei is recommended for individuals 13 and up for depictions of crime scenes and blood. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey guys, this is RavenSylphe, and welcome to Jisei? I don't know how to pronounce it. Jisei, I can't think of any other way to pronounce it. This is a game, was it a supernatural mystery game by SakeVisual. Like The Elevator, it is a visual novel game. From what I've heard, it's really good. I played a little bit of it earlier just to test out sound and stuff. So the music seems to still be a little too loud. Oh, I can handle that. What I played of it looks great. And it looks like it's going to be a great story. I thought about going from The Elevator, which wasn't like romantic at all, to doing one that was romantic. But I decided to do this one instead, because I was still kind of in like a murder mystery kind of mood. So yeah. It's either try there are 2 other games that come after this one. One is just a Kansei and something else. I can't exactly remember the name. They're simple names, are like 2 syllables. Anyways, let's start this. Whoever said that your life flashes before your eyes when you die should be shot. Then maybe he'd see what it's really like. When you die, there are only 2 things. The first is a sudden and terrifying realization that you are dying. The second thing is the final wish. As a person dies, there's always one last thing they wish they could do before they pass on. Sometimes it's as simple as wanting to say goodbye to a loved one, but usually it's a wish full of pain and regret. It's a wish for a life lived better, an angry word taken back, or a promise kept. A wish that will never be granted. Yeah, death sucks. Every single time. What? But I've experienced so many, I'm kind of numb to the whole thing by now. That's not to say I'm comfortable with it. I'm just used to it. After all, experiencing death is a story of my life. Interesting.
Calling to the one. Can you hear me? Relive my dying moments.
Our song glides the wind, the words echo, falling on deaf ears. The translation is lost and a deep void remains. The song is a mystery, the desperate lyrics unveil the wise and cold, but still no resolution.
Our voices call out to you. No one who unveils the truth. No one whose senses are quiet.
Worlds are unrest within sight.
That was cool. I've never seen a visual novel game with an opening before. That's kind of cool. Okay, ellipsis. Where am I? I blink slowly, trying to get my bearings. This place doesn't look familiar. Then again, it's been 3 years since anything has looked familiar to me. I yawn as my mind... Ow! That's loud. I yawn as my mind slowly clears. The room I'm in is filled with the scent of freshly ground coffee. I hear something. A machine? Steam? Right, I'm in a coffee shop in some town called Edgewater. It's my 2nd day in this city. How could you forget? Must have been a good sleep. Judging by the empty cup on the table in front of me, I stopped here for a coffee because I was getting sleepy. Apparently. And then I fell asleep. Typical. I guess even a triple shot mocha latte isn't enough to keep me up these days. Coffee? For me, coffee doesn't work at all. It actually makes me tired. So I drink decaf, just for the taste. Sorry if I sound like I'm breathing really hard, or it takes me a while to say anything. I'm having a weird day. I have like no air. My lungs are having a hard time. We've got a pretty heavy storm front moving over, and it's terrible. Okay. I wonder if I should get another one. Why not? I head over to the counter. No one else is in line, and since it's still afternoon. The girl at the counter grins as soon as she sees me.
Did you have a nice nap?
Oh, that's right. This game has voice acting. Yay! I can save my lungs. You saw me?
Don't worry. You weren't snoring or anything. But I'd wipe that drool off your face if I were you.
What?
I'm kidding. You're fine.
You're not too bad looking yourself. She laughs and winks at me. A wink, a wink.
So, what can I get for ya? Whoa, are you okay?
Yeah. Must be indigestion?
You look like you want to hurl.
Why am I feeling this now? There shouldn't be any reason.
Hey, if you're not feeling well, the bathrooms are down that hallway.
Yeah, thanks. I grab the counter for support and stumble off in the direction she's pointing. My head is hurting even more now. If I'm feeling this sick, it can only mean one thing. Someone has died. I was going to suggest bad coffee. But that works too. As I walk down the hallway, I see the door of the women's bathroom is wide open. You're kidding. I wish this was a joke, but the incessant throbbing in my head tells me otherwise. Lying on the tile floor of the women's bathroom is the corpse of a woman. A little weird to see a dead guy in there. I enter the restroom, gagging at the smell of the restroom's flowery perfume and disinfectant. The knife sticking out of her chest doesn't make it terribly optimistic about what make me terribly optimistic about what I'm about to do next. I hope she died quickly, otherwise this is going to wind up being very unpleasant. What are you doing? I glance around quickly to make sure no one is looking before I reach forward and touch her arm. I brace myself for the sudden pain in my chest, but it never comes. I can't breathe. I try to open my mouth, but it refuses to open. I know how that feels right now. I might need to take when I go on break, to use one of my nailers. I can't, yeah. Something's on my face. I want to tear it away, but someone is holding me down. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I only wish that. As I open my eyes, I instinctively gasp for air. I know it wasn't actually suffocating. Oh no, I wasn't actually suffocating, but it's just still a reflex. My brain always remembers the pain of every death I experience, even though none of them are mine. Oh, okay. I'm suddenly aware of someone staring at me from the hallway.
What did you do?
Nothing! Totally nothing. A woman is standing behind me, staring in horror at the dead body lying on the restroom floor. I didn't! Wait! I sigh and hang my head. This isn't going to end well. Then again, it never does.
Hey, kid! Move away from the body!
Okay, sir. A man strides briskly down the hallway towards me. His voice and demeanor are sharp, fluid, and commanding. Even without the uniform, it's obvious he's some sort of man of the law. Considering what he's wearing, I'd guess police officer. Sorry, officer. I promise I didn't move anything. He looks surprised.
Officer?
Oh, you're not? Sorry, my dad was a police officer, and you look kind of like him. I mean, you carry yourself the same way.
Your dad was an officer? Which precinct?
He sounds skeptical. Yes, I can't blame him. I don't remember. It was a while back when we still lived in Los Angeles. He raises a knowing eyebrow as if he's just caught me in a lie, but doesn't comment on it.
I see. Well, why don't you come with me?
Sure. I follow the officer back into the main area of the shop. The woman who first saw me is standing by one of the tables looking shaken. The other people in the shop are the girl who works here and a guy who looks like he's in college. That's a lot of hair for a dude.
Excuse me, everyone. I'd like your attention for a moment. I'm Detective Mikolaj Gursky.
Mikolaj. I like that. The detective pauses for a moment. It looks like he's trying to choose his words carefully.
Unfortunately, a dead body has just been discovered on this premises.
What? But how? I mean, who?
Ellipsis.
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the situation yet. Because of this, I'm going to have to ask you all to stay here until the police come.
Excuse me. Ugh, coffee always makes me burp.
Until they come? You mean the police aren't here yet? What about you?
I'm technically not on duty right now, I just happen to be here.
Oh, you just happen to be here. Uh-huh.
I see.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak with each of you separately for just a little bit. It'll help move the investigation along if I can start collecting information now. Is that okay?
Sure, anything to help.
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Yes, it's fine.
What about you, kid?
It's fine with me. Why wouldn't it be? Totally got nothing to hide here. Except
Right,
my
then we'll start with
supernatural ability.
you. Come with me, please.
Mr. Gursky motions for me to follow him to the hallway, away from the rest of the coffee shop. As we walk down the hallway, I can't help but stare at the body in the bathroom. Detective Gursky glances at me and quickly kicks the door of the bathroom. It swings in and bounces gently off the wall, closing with a soft thud.
How are you feeling?
Sick? Fine, I guess.
You just saw a dead body and you're fine?
He frowns at me.
Never mind. Let's just start with your name.
I'd rather not say.
Why not?
Because I'd rather not.
An officer of the law is asking you a question.
Then I plead the fifth.
The Fifth Amendment is only applicable to testifying under oath in a court of law or other tribunal.
Ow, you don't need to say it so loudly. Then I invoke my Miranda rights. Detective Gursky stares at me impassively. It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but I doubt he's pleased.
Fine, no name then. Why don't you tell me what happened today?
You mean about when I found the body?
Anything you think is pertinent.
When I came in here around noon today, I ordered a coffee, drank it, then fell asleep.
You fell asleep after you drank a triple shot mocha latte?
How did you know that? I didn't say anything about what kind of coffee it was. How do you know what I drank? Detective Gursky nods at the empty cup on the table where I was sleeping.
Saw you snoozing when I came in. The mocha latte checkbox is checked off on the side of the cup, and the maroon sleeve around the cup is only used for triple shots.
Must be a frequent customer.
I am a detective, you know.
And a serious one at that. He's even reading my drinks when he's off duty. Well, I woke up about 10 minutes ago, I guess. Maybe less. Gursky glances at the clock on the wall.
So, around 2:40, you'd say?
I guess so. I was just about to get another drink when I suddenly started to feel sick.
Ah, yes, I did see you looking a little ill when you were at the counter.
Are you watching me? The girl at the counter told me I should go to the bathroom. When I went, I saw the body lying there.
What were you doing in the women's bathroom?
The door was already open. I saw her from the hallway. Duh.
Did you touch her?
Even if I say no, they'll probably find my prints on her anyway. Yes.
And why were you touching her?
Because I have a fascination with dead bodies. I'm kidding. I wanted to see if she was okay. I didn't know she was dead at the time. The detective nods understandingly, but I doubt he believes me. Any idiot could have seen the knife in that woman's chest from at least feet away. It was still in a position where it wouldn't have instantly killed anybody. It was like, it could have just missed the organs, and she had just been unconscious from shock. I think that's how it works. I think.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
There's something weird about all this, but maybe I should keep it to myself for now. Well... Oh, excuse me. Wow. I'm pretty sure this isn't caffeinated coffee, only caffeine makes me burp like that. If it is caffeinated coffee, I'm gonna have a long, hard night. You know what? It would be really stupid to withhold information and then find out that I knew stuff later. Right? That could put me in a lot of trouble, even if I do have supernatural abilities. I think there's something suspicious about this death.
There's a dead woman with a knife in her chest. Suspicious goes without saying. But what makes you think this is suspicious?
Just a gut feeling.
I see. Anything else?
No.
Then please wait in the main area.
Well, it's kind of weird that nobody, like, heard anything when it happened. I mean, we don't know how long she's been dead. And somebody dragging a body in here would have been, you know, obviously suspicious. So, and nobody heard. I mean, if somebody gets stabbed, then, you know, they're making a lot. They're gonna make a lot of noise, you know, especially if she sees a person coming at her with a knife, and she's gonna scream and kick and fuss unless she didn't. I don't know. Sure. Detective Gursky follows me and turns to the rest of the people in the coffee shop.
Would anyone like to go next?
I'll go.
The woman raises her hand timidly, and Detective Gursky nods at her.
Then follow me.
I sink down into one of the chairs and close my eyes. This doesn't make any sense. The woman in the restroom has a knife in her chest, no doubt. But in my vision, she was being suffocated. Then again, my vision did cut off before it finished. That woman interrupted me. I wish I could read the body again. But I'm sure to get caught if I try to get close to the body. Somehow, it doesn't really seem worth the risk. I guess I'll just have to approach this from a different angle. Oh. Excuse me again. The cafe is small and clean with a series of paintings on the wall, a display stand featuring expensive bags of coffee. To the side, there's a hallway that leads to the bathroom. There's also a kitchen in the back, but I can't see it from here. So let's talk to somebody. Let's go talk to coffee shop girl. She seemed to like me. The girl who works at the shop is sitting a few tables away from me, staring at the ground. She looks up and notices that I'm looking in her direction.
Surreal, isn't it?
Huh?
Knowing you're in the same building as a dead body, I mean.
She smiles apologetically.
By the way, my name's Chance.
Chance? That sounds like a fake name. Well, we thought of it. You have a rather unusual name.
I get that a lot. The truth is, I changed my name. My parents named me Bertha.
Bertha? Yeah, you kind of don't look like a Bertha.
That's not exactly a good name for a famous singer.
You're a famous singer working in a coffee shop like this? It's
Not
nice.
yet, but I want to be. I know it's a crazy dream, but I'm willing to take the chance. That's why I chose that name. Get it? Chance? I'm pretty cheesy, huh?
I was gonna say something about cheesy and things being cheesy and pickup lines, but I cannot remember what it was. Maybe not cheesy, but I think the name Bertha actually means famous. So really, you had a good name in the first place. I wonder if that... I don't know.
Really? I didn't know that. You're pretty smart.
Not particularly, I just like to pay attention to names and what they mean.
That's cool. I know someone just like you.
I seriously doubt that. Do you know anything about the woman who died?
Nothing comes to mind. I saw her go to the bathroom earlier, but I wasn't paying attention. Still, I think I would have recognized her if she was someone I knew.
Well, yeah. Do you remember what time you saw her?
Maybe around 2 o'clock? I'm not sure.
What makes you think it was 2 o'clock?
Well, my shift starts around then, and she came in a little bit after I did. She looked like a secretary, so I thought it was weird that she'd come during working hours.
I see. Do you think the killer is still around?
I sure hope not.
Chance shivers.
I don't know why he'd stick around anyway. Doesn't a murderer usually run after he kills someone?
Unless he didn't get the chance to run away. Good point.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Oh, yes, go away. Detective Gursky approaches us. The woman he was speaking to trails closely behind him. As soon as she sees me, she quickly looks away.
Nope, not interrupting anything.
God damn it! We were having a good bonding moment.
Then, do you mind coming with me?
Not at all.
Chance waves at me before hurrying off after Detective Gursky. About earlier.
Don't touch me.
I wasn't, lady. Jeez, hands are in my lap. And not in that way. Not doing anything. Nope. The woman glares at me, her eyes laced with disgust.
I saw what you did.
I didn't do shit. I touched the body. I'm sorry. I didn't do anything. I found her like that. The woman frowns at me.
Just don't speak to me.
Fine. Bye. She sits down and folds her arms, glaring at me from across the room. I guess I should leave her alone. Fine. Because you're cute doesn't mean I'm gonna forgive you. Across the room, the college boy is typing away at his laptop. He pauses to glance at a pile of notes on the table next to him. He's still doing homework at a time like this? He looks up and we briefly make eye contact.
Is something wrong?
Not really. You just look really calm, all things considered. He glances to the side nervously.
Actually, I'm pretty freaked out. But it hasn't really set in, you know? Part of me is hoping this is all just a hidden camera show or something.
It would be a lot nicer if that were the case.
I'm sorry. You're the one who found the body, right?
Yeah. He's silent for a moment.
Is it scary? Seeing a dead body, I mean.
Yeah. I guess most people would be pretty terrified to see a dead body, especially one that's obviously been murdered. Yeah.
You look pretty calm too, you know?
Oh, I guess I do. Sorry,
My name's
on the
Kizaki.
inside I'm freaking out.
What about you?
I'd rather not. Kizaki blinks and stares off into the distance for a moment. It looks like he's spacing out. Are you okay?
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm fine.
He laughs nervously before smiling warmly at me.
It's okay if you don't want to say your name.
So what are you doing here anyway?
Studying.
He nods at the pile of papers scattered across the
I have an
table.
exam soon, and I come here a lot since it's a quiet place with no distractions.
He sighs.
So much for that.
If he has an exam, then he probably is in college after all. Are you in college?
Yeah, but I'm only a part-time student. Even community college is expensive.
Ugh, you don't have to tell me. U.S. schooling system sucks.
I have to keep a part-time job just to stay afloat.
What do you do?
It's kinda hard to explain. I guess you could say I'm a sort of errand boy? I do odd jobs, fetch things, occasionally make tea for my boss. Stuff like that.
I see. What should I ask? Can you remember anything about the woman who died?
I'm afraid I was pretty caught up in my work. I didn't really notice much about anyone else.
Nothing at all?
Well, I think she may have been looking for someone. When she came in, she looked around a bit like she was expecting to see someone. I remember wondering if she was looking for you, and you just didn't notice her because you were asleep.
Wow, is there anyone on this coffee who didn't watch me sleep? You're all a bunch of creepers. God, why did I come to this town? Creepy people. Do you think the killer is still here? Kizaki suddenly turns pale. He is already pretty pale.
Killer? I thought she died from a heart attack or something.
The police wouldn't be questioning
Oh no,
it
this
was
is
just a
even
heart attack.
worse.
He looks like he's about to start crying. Whoa!
What if the murderer is still here? What if we're all gonna be picked off one by one until there's no one left?
I don't know why, but that just made me laugh. I don't really think that's the case. Besides, it's not as if we're trapped in a remote island or something. I point at Kizaki's laptop. You're even connected to the internet.
Oh yeah.
He suddenly looks a lot more relieved.
I guess I overreacted.
Just a little bit. No kidding.
But it's still really creepy to think that someone was killed here. I hope that detective figures it out soon.
Me too.
Your turn, kid.
Speaking of which... Hello, Officer Sexy. Kizaki looks up, surprised.
Oh, right.
He quickly shuffles a few of his notes around into a neat pile before he stands up. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the woman from earlier still glaring at me. Hey.
I thought I told you not to speak to me.
Well, sorry. Listen, I don't know what you thought you saw, but that woman was already dead when I found her.
Don't take me for a fool.
I'm already taking you for one, sweetheart. If you just thought about it, you wouldn't think that. I want to be reasonable with her, but she's being so difficult. If you just thought about it, you wouldn't think that. If I actually had killed the woman, don't you think I'd have tried to stop you, or at least run away? Instead, I waited around and even spoke with that detective. She doesn't respond. Really? You're going to discount me just like that?
Fine, I'll bite. What's your side of the story?
I already told you. I found her like that.
That's nice. Now don't talk to me.
Ugh. God! Bitch. You don't believe me?
Sure don't. If you can actually show me proof, then maybe I'll listen to you.
Oh yes, because I have a TV camera crew following me wherever I go. I'll have one of them show you the evidence.
Interrogating him yourself, Miss Bergstrom?
Detective Gursky approaches us with a hint of a smile on his lips. That's not a hint. That's a... Never mind. It's hard to tell if he's actually amused or just hiding his annoyance.
He wanted to talk to me.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak with him.
Sure, do as you please.
Bitch. She shrugs and walks away. Oh, God, excuse me. I had to follow Detective Gursky off to the side.
Are you sure talking with your main accuser was really a good idea?
What?
You do realize that she's convinced you're the murderer, right? Acting like that only makes you look more suspicious.
Really? Really? Trying to prove I am innocent makes... I guess that's true. Yeah, well...
And I have to be honest, a lot of the evidence points towards you already.
What does?
You were the first at the scene, and you even admitted to touching the body. There's not much that votes for your innocence.
But all the evidence you have is only circumstantial.
I can hold you for 48 hours before charging you with a crime. That's enough time to find more evidence.
Sometimes I hate that law. I know, but I didn't do it.
If you really want me to believe you, you're going to have to be a lot more cooperative.
I'm being cooperative.
Obviously, you're interested in clearing your name, whatever it may be. It works better if you work with me, not against me.
Oh, I just blinded myself. 1 second. My only source of light at the moment is a table lamp that's up on my computer. And it's got a very bright bulb in it. And it's like just a little bit above the screen I'm looking at right now. And I was watching a fly and it landed on it and I just blinded myself again. Okay. You want my help? He frowns.
Not particularly, but I don't have many options right now. I could tell you to sit this out and let the professionals handle this, but then you just go behind my back.
Well, you got me there, bud.
I'd rather have you where I can keep an eye on you. So I'll let you talk around, but you have to tell me everything you learn. And for the record, this isn't a free pass to conduct your own investigation. I'm only saying you can talk with the others.
Okay, oh hey.
Got it?
Got it. Well, looks like I have a little bit of slack for now. But even if he says that, it's not like he's given me any useful information to go off. Okay, it's been 29 minutes now. So, I meant to cut it off sooner than this, but I guess that'll have to do. So, that was episode 1 of Jisei by SakeVisual. And I will see you guys... Actually, wait. It's been forever since I've had to say this. I cannot remember how my ending goes. Is it like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Be sure to share the channel, share this video. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.